quick thank you to these people because I got the screenshots from them, Sensei Gogo, Bandai Namco Europe, and Healthy Player for the screenshots on their YouTube channel. Anyway, on to the video. Season 5 of My Hero Ultra Rumble is coming to a close very, very soon. But before I start my adventures in Season 6, I would like to review this season. Was its quality good or not? But first off, let's remember what it gave us. That being Mirio, the Rapid, Quirk Skill Set Dabi, Strike Type, Crazy Torch, the new rank, that being the Expert Trio, a new rank system to go along with it to make it easier to rank up, a new Mountain Zone, which is pretty cool, and I hope they keep doing it, to not add a whole new map, but to make a zone feel refreshed, which is fun. But was Season 5 good? The main question of this video. Was it bad? Was it good? Enough talk. Let's go into it. The first and most important thing in each My Hero Ultra Rumble season is the characters / now quirk skill sets they bring, because they are the most important things, being a revamp to a character or bringing a character you like from the anime. And I can't speak much about Mirio, sadly enough. I didn't summon for him, but me playing him in training mode for this video, he's pretty fun. I like the combos I'm doing, and I went into a solo game with him, which I actually won nicely enough. But yes, I find him fairly annoying with the many invincibility frames he has. Now, I don't want him nerfed though, because I still think he's a fair character, especially playing him throughout this solo match. He was hard to hit people with. Like, dog, I struggled to hit people. I actually have to be good to play this character, which is nice. But, like I said before, he is pretty annoying with his invincibility frames, but he does balance it out with his low health being a Rapid. So he can just die fairly easily. And I feel like his damage isn't as high as, like, what we'll get into later, Strike Dabi, to where I feel like he does need a nerf in that regard. But Mirio, you are forced to play correctly with him, to where I have to read my opponents well, to do good damage, to execute my combos well, to get better damage off. He has nice combo routes, too. But yeah, I did feel like I won this match with skill while playing him. While yes, it was easy to get away from my opponents, Mirio feels like a nice character that I definitely welcome to the game. And if I was to get him off the new banner that may come out in Season 6, then I would love that. He's a fun character, living up to the usual standards of My Hero Ultra Rumble, creating fun characters. And also, funny enough, throughout this game, I actually lost it twice, and he just died to Storm, which was pretty funny. But yes, this was my first game as Mirio in the solo match, and it was really nice. Strike Dabi is easily the best thing to come out this season to me, baby. I love him so much with his combos, his high damage, and just the fact his reload speed is so good, which has better reload speed than Technical Dabi, but let's stop hating, right? Why do I like Strike Dabi so much? Well, he strikes. Get it? Alright, let's stop. He strikes a good balance between being simple while having some complex things about him, right? Let's start off with this Alpha Boosted, to where if I boost myself with spamming Alpha, I get less shots. But if I was just to think like, okay, maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I just want 3 pillars to have a wide factor to my Alpha while also keeping 6 stocks, so I can just spam it, basically having multiple shots to put more pressure on people. But then he still has a nice simple factor to where you just want to use Beta Boosted. It just only has benefits. You don't waste an extra stock and you just go further. And his Gamma doesn't leave any room out. You can combo Gamma into Alpha or Beta into Gamma, to where he has these nice combination of moves to where no move feels left out. They all have their uses, while Gamma itself is the booster and it is a strong ability on its own. While it also has this nice effect to where you could just turn it off and just get combos off of it, like this cool clip I did on Kendo. And just the Gamma doing burst damage on its own, to where I could just KO this Kirishima just by existing next to him. It's so fun. Like, all of his moves are useful and really strong, to where I'm just sniping this Shiki from afar and I can just do it. And it's good. He has a nice feeling to him that's just satisfying to me. And comboing his Beta into one of his Gamma explosions, not the massive one, but just a small one to get a burst damage. It's awesome. He's just a fun character overall, and I'm so proud of how far I come with him. I'm happy. I've definitely gotten better with him, but one thing I will say is he definitely needs a nerf. His damage is just really, really high. This Davi killed my shield, and also look at this jump over cliff, to where he missed his kick but still got it off. And my special action missed. And also, just like usual, Viking has a buggy grab. But still, dude, Strike Dabi is such a fun character. Easily the best thing about this season to me. I wouldn't trade him for the world. And I'm so happy that I came this far with him. But enough gushing about Dabi.
The world can be changed by will alone.
Next up, the Battle Pass contain your usual stuff, that being tickets, agency points, gallery pieces, crystals, but they added a new wallpaper variant, and it looks really nice. If you like the endgame models, then they finally let you have one as your wallpaper. But the main highlights to me are the UA summer uniforms, Kirishima and Tsuyu. They look really nice. S tier skins, but mask off AFO, he looks terrible. Doesn't look that much different from his default outfit as I transition to it right here. While using his emotes, I realize his mouth doesn't move. And I just don't like how his head tilts into the vague distance. So not only his emotes look awkward, like look at this. Why does he open his mouth for this scenario? But I'm sorry. UA Summer Uniform Tsuyu and Kirishima are great skins. They are the main highlight to me of the Battle Pass. Mask off AFO is a terrible skin, but that's a nice ratio. 2 good skins for 1 bad skin. I take it. Season 5's second biggest contribution was making New Mountain Zone. I have to say, I really enjoy it. It does a good job standing out on its own from the previous Mountain Zone, especially with the stalagmites having holes in them. My favorite one being this one, to where I have to run on the bridge and I'm forced to run through the hole to get to the other side of the bridge and to the other side of the pillar. It's awesome. The fact that they added broken bridges to show that there was so much of a battle here is also nice. Scattered wood and just the rocks forming in on each other, combining with the bridges. It's awesome. They did a good job with their limited elements being wood, rock, and metal. And the little Nezu statue adds a little charm to this place that is pretty rugged. It's a nice, cute thing that's here. For a zone that's very uneven, it does a good job at that. There is no real flat surface that you can stand on sometimes. A lot of it is just meshed together and feels like a mountain. Really good zone. I hope they keep this up for the future. Nice job, devs. Also, a little side note, I found this guy who's stuck in here. Like, can I get to him, or let's just forget about him? I don't think we can save him. One of my favorite additions in My Hero Ultra Rumble Season 5 was the introduction of Expert Rank, or as I like to call them, the Expert Rank Trio. I love this. It gives my journey through Rank more of a challenge, and I really like that. Even though having a love-hate relationship right now with Rank, I'm honestly going through it, dude. I played some matches recently and they've been going better. But still, I love this. Ranked is my main game mode, and this is a welcome addition to me. Sadly, this means that I'm going to have to run into bad teammates more, or just maybe off my game. And also, right now, I'm just a little mentally drained from Rank since I'm still, like I said, I've been going through it. But still, a welcome change, and I can't wait to get back into Rank and grind these 3 ranks out to reach Expert Rank, not Expert Rank, sorry, Ace Rank, when I'm back in the spirit. My Hero Ultra Rumble Season 5 really wanted to do something with Rank, and add more pizzazz to it, more flair, you know? I like the new ranks that they added, but this one, the entry cost discount did not work to me. It's missed potential. Now, last time I made a jab at it, just a simple joke. Let's be serious about this time. I wish they did a good job at this. Making Rank easier to grind is not a bad thing. Especially since people may not want to grind to these higher ranks, all because it's already hard enough to get to Pro Rank 5. The fact that they can have an easier time is a good idea. Maybe people in their personal lives can't grind this hard. Maybe you just don't want to because you don't like the randos you run into. But this is a good substitute for that. But my issues start with one first flaw. I can't turn it off. So I just get rewarded forcefully by getting lucky. I don't like that feeling. Now, yes, I like the concept of you getting rewarded for using the gacha system and getting lucky. I like that. My main issue comes in that the fact it's only the gacha characters. If you don't like like a certain character here, you're just not getting benefits. What happens if you didn't like Mirio's brawler playstyle? What happens if you don't like AFO? What happens if you don't like Crazy Torch Dabi? What happens if you didn't like Katsuki Bakugo? Either the character in the show, manga, or as their playstyles, you gotta get through some of these hurdles in order to force yourself to summon for the character. And even then, you still have the problem possibly not getting the character. 2,000 tickets is the pity system for this game. So if you don't have 2,000 tickets, you're not going to get the character guaranteed. So if you're just unlucky, you're unlucky. Then, the fact that there is no free character here like Assault Deku or just Rapid Ida also sucks for new players who are just getting in the game, so they're not going to have access to Mirio, All For One, Crazy Torch Dabi, because he's literally going to go away in the next day, and Machine Gun Bakugo. Honestly, such squandered potential, dog. A good idea, but they messed it up. Now let's talk about the buffs and nerfs, the most important ones to me, because I don't want to go over every single one, and we're going off best to worst. Starting off with Full Bullet Deku. The 350 HP buff was awesome. Makes him stand out more from Assault Deku, and they also buffed his Gamma to where it goes higher, and making Manchester Smash, his beta, take less height to get its max damage. The many nerfs to All Might, one of them being 300 HP, and also the many other nerfs. As a technical Dabi main, I don't like All Might, and playing this season, I realized how much I don't like All Might fighting him, so yeah, he deserved it. Nerfing Toga's beta damage. Not much, but they nerfed her. A+ season, I'm not gonna lie. Oh bro, the buff to Shigaraki's Decay Alpha was amazing. Whoever made this buff needs a raise. Such a good buff. Like, phenomenal, I love it. Buffing Dabi's reload speed on his technical version, Arson. That's all. I'm still gonna make fun of his reload speed, but nice. And also, they buffed his special action reload speed to where it takes less time. It still takes a long time. They buffed Shiozaki and made her just give her more damage, really, on her beta and alpha, which is pretty nice. As you can tell, I'm a fan of this buff and nerfs because, you know, both my names. Todoroki got 2 ice walls. It was kind of noteworthy, but I didn't really care about it. Mirio had a tracking buff. I hate Mirio, so yeah. But yeah, he mostly had an alpha tracking buff. Then they also made it to where the power at levels 4 through 9 hit more consistently, which is nice. From launch, I can tell it did not hit that much, but they made it more consistent now. The worst buff to me was AFO getting a charge speed buff on his charged alpha. I don't understand why. But so far, this was a really good season for buffs and nerfs to All Might. But still, I really like this season's buffs and nerfs, especially Shigaraki and Strike Deku. It's phenomenal. Bug fixes were really good at the start of Season 5. One, they fixed the infinite Gamma glitch that Ida had to where if you baited 2 times, then use Gamma, then roll, he would have infinite Recipro, to where all of his attacks were sped up and his base movement speed was sped up too, with no repercussions and suffering no burnout. This was immediately fixed in Season 5. And they also fixed the infinite card glitch, to where you always have the buff of a card, and you could stack them too, like infinite defense, infinite reload speed, and they fixed that. They were on a good roll. Then Invincible Toga was here. You can't make this up, dog. Yes, as the name implies, Invincible Toga cannot be hurt by many things. This man lady punching her? Nothing. The only things that could damage her was storm damage, Bakugo's AP shots that had pierce damage, and anything else with pierce damage, and twice his clones. Well, that was nice for a certain sector of characters. But yes, this glitch was terrible. It was honestly the worst thing to ever happen to the game. The second worst glitch in the entire history of My Hero Ultra Rumble. Number 1 would be in Season 1 to where your badge would glitch out and you couldn't be revived. That one was terrible. Easily the worst. But this glitch took a character I already didn't like. I rather hate her in this game. She's terrible. And made her worse. Yes, I have my rank run ruined one time by an Invincible Toga. I never wanted it to happen ever again. Good thing they fixed it. But it started on May the 22nd and was later fixed on June the 3rd. They fixed it, but I feel like it took too long. It was just King's biggest fumble to me. Just do better. It would make the game unplayable for me. I just really didn't want to play it. I'm just glad they fixed it. A small but sweet segment to myself showing what I achieved throughout Season 5 and what I got. One of them being Expert Rank 1, hopefully a rank up, and I actually got Machine Gun Bakugo, Bakugo's quirk skill set, a really fun character with nice combos, but I don't do them here since I'm still not that good with him. I hope to get better with him, and I managed to get Toya, Dabi's alternate skin. I wasn't that happy when I got this skin since it doesn't have that many visual differences from Dabi. Yes, there are some slight visual differences, but the main one being the hair. I learned to appreciate the skin more, so yeah. Still a win in my book, and I started to like the skin more. One of the biggest things that did fumble Season 5 for me was the 1 million comics sold commemorative illustration. It looks really nice, and we may get these outfits in the future, but the fact we got nothing really special after this sucked to me. All we just got was the illustration. Now yes, the skins can come eventually in the near future, far future, whatever. It was just so disappointing. The fact Horikoshi sold 1 million copies of his comic is impressive. The fact that even he made an illustration about it, which I like. And all they just give us was the illustration. No extra tickets, no outfits, just this. I use it out of half disappointment, and also it's my favorite wallpaper. It looks really nice. One of the biggest disappointments Season 5 ever had to me. I'm gonna include the final ranking here, but yes, after all this bad talk about it, I still really like Season 5 with the characters and the map change. It was nice, but overall I give Season 5 a B-, you know? No, this is my first time doing this, so I don't really have a number system, but B- is a good place for me to put it. This season was really fun, but suffered from a lot of stuff with the terrible toga glitch that really didn't make me want to play. The entry cost discount system, just I don't like it, and just the commemorative illustration just being a picture, even though it should be something more special. But hey, that's all I have to say. Enjoy Season 6.